Okay, so this video is to explain my uh perspective and something I posted. I'm responding to Femi. I guess I don't know. It's called Femi from the chat. Femi. I'm responding to Femi. So Femi had did a really good stream the other day, and she was talking about people who were like stressed and worried about people who have food stamps and stuff or EBT. And she made a comment, and so I kind of wanted to. I am one of those people who's guilty. So y'all didn't say hit dog holler, hit dog holler, right? So I'm one of those people who um, was talking about what I would buy if I had EBT. And her commentary was that, what did she say? Her commentary was that she wasn't sure why people don't just go and buy crab legs or steak or seafood or whatever. And they think it's a big deal, I guess, when people who have EBT go buy it. And, like almost like you don't have access. Like it makes sense. Like, why don't you just go buy it? If you like steak, go buy steak. If you like prime rib, go buy prime rib. It makes sense. But I guess it's kind of different. It's kind of different. When you have like free money, like somebody just gives you $1,000 a month, it's different compared to you having to work for that. So when I'm not saying people just throw money away, but when you work for it, you value it a little bit more, and so or a lot more maybe. So it's not a priority, right? I went and got king crab one time, and we're not talking about this. Is not like it's $1,000 for a meal. We're not being ridiculous here. But like I went and I was like, I want to try king crab. I never had it before. People make such a big deal out of a king fucking crab. And so I said to myself one day, I said, you know what? You only live once, May. I'm a cheap motherfucker. I am. I'm cheap. I'm cheap. I'm cheap. I pride myself on being cheap. When you're cheap, money goes a long fucking way. It goes a long way. You get to keep your money when you're cheap. But anyway, I went and tried king crab. I went to the seafood spot and they laid me out two big ass, huge legs. I don't remember how much it was. This was during the pandemic, no lie. And that motherfucking king crab leg or two legs or whatever that was they gave me, I got two of them. They were big and long and ridiculous. But them motherfucker cost me $75. 75, that's a lot of money to me for one person to eat real quick. So I made my little set seafood boil and all of that, my potatoes and all of that, and corn. And I ate it. 70, 75, $75 for one person, one meal, you know. Um, that was a treat to myself, you know. I tend to treat myself to travel, but that was a treat to me. And that's the thing. Yeah, so I created a what do you call it? A little short, and it's called May's EBT wish list. So I want to explain myself, Femi. I want to explain myself. I don't know if you saw that. Like I said, sometimes hit dog holler. I don't know if you saw that, and that was contributed to part of your content or not. I don't know. What's up, V Dub? I don't know, but I have to tell you, I have to tell you, as a cheap person, which many people are cheap, right? When I think about going to the grocery store, and I know I'm spending my hard-earned money that I work for, the idea of me buying two steaks that cost $30 a piece, honey, it is not high on my priority. Yes, I like steak, but I don't like it like that. Now, if I had somebody giving me free money to buy steaks, I would have steaks every week, twice a week, if I'm being honest. Now, when crab legs used to be $5.99, that's my issue with the crab legs. You brought up the crab legs. Crab legs used to be $5.99 on sale. And I used to march my ass right on in that store, and I used to buy me 2, 3 pounds of crab legs. Easy, 15, $20. Boy, I was living my best life. That was before the pandemic. During the pandemic, crab legs became something I could no longer afford. They were $27 a pound, okay, during the pandemic. 27. Can I afford it? Yes, I can. I can march in there and spend $100 on some crab legs for me. Nobody else in my house eats them but me. I could do that. I could go buy 3 pounds of crab legs for $100 during the pandemic. They went down to $17, and now they're down to 12. And sometimes you can get them on sale for 11. Okay, I can still afford to go get crab legs at $12 a pound. I've done it a couple of times, but I used to have a lifestyle, right? When they were cheap at $5.99 a pound, $7.99 a pound, I had a lifestyle. If I even thought about crab legs, I would just go buy a bunch, cook them, make me a boil, and eat them. I didn't even think nothing about it. But once that shit got to like $20, it changed my taste. You understand? Because I have to pay for it out of my pocket. So there's a whole different mentality. So when I did that Maze EBT wish list, that's because a lot of that stuff I would love to have on a weekly basis, right? I would love to have a chantilly cake for $39.99. But May is not about to go into Publix and spend $39 on 8 slices of cake. That's just not gonna happen. You understand? Same thing. I'm not going into the seafood spot and spending $100 on me to have some crab legs for myself, just by myself. Not gonna happen. I'm not gonna spend those $75 on those steak. It's just not gonna happen. You know, I'm not gonna do it. Even if it's two people, I'm not gonna do it. So I'm just a budget minded person because I work hard for every dollar. And I'm not saying other people don't, but I really, really like respect the dollar. I really respect how far that dollar can go. And so I'm always trying to push my dollar. I did a video just now of a haul, a garden haul. And I'm so proud of myself. I got a lot of shit for 10 cent, 20 cent, 30 cent. I took that dollar and rang every fucking penny out of it. You understand? So I just can't throw money away. I would love, love, love to have a tray of sushi for $120, right? Pre-done. I would love, love, love to have a big ass bowl of exotic pre-cut fruit that I could just go every week and be like, yeah, that's a $60 pre-cut bowl of fruit. And I just walk in with my EBT card and I just get it. I'm just saying, there's no sane part of me that's gonna go and buy a $60, $40, $20 pre-cut bowl of cut fruit. They got it. I walk past it all the time. There's nothing in me that's gonna do that. But I swear to God, if I had EBT, I would get one of them bitches every fucking week. $60. I go into Whole Foods and I would get a whole big ass pineapple, strawberry, what you call it, grapes and honeydew, all you know what I'm talking about, the fucking big bowl tray thing. I would do that. If I was somebody who was getting free food, I would do that without a heartbeat. I wouldn't even think about it. That motherfucker would be sitting in the middle of my refrigerator. Every week I'll go and pick that shit up. Every week I'll have steak. Every week I'll have seafood. And I would have it without no limit. Like me, I'm just gonna get like 1 pound. I might have 2, 3 pounds. You know what I'm saying? So it makes a difference. And so that's why when you say, why people don't just buy it, people do buy it. But when somebody's giving you free money, and it don't cost you nothing. Yeah, you can go buy, you know, 60 pounds, $60 steaks. You can go buy $80 steaks when somebody else is paying for it, and it ain't costing you nothing. You can go spend $150 on crab legs, or you can go get you a sushi platter for $130. So May's EBT wish list is the shit that I would buy on a weekly basis if somebody else was giving me free fucking money. But as long as I'm working for it and it's coming out of my sweat and my ingenuity, yeah, that shit gonna be to a straight limit. That shit is gonna be a straight limit. It's gonna be what you call a treat, okay? And that's because I'm budget minded. I'm always budget minded. I be thinking about when I spend money, am I gonna be old wishing I hadn't have spent money like this? You know what I'm saying? Because I think back now when I was younger, I think about some of the stupid shit I did and I wasted my money on it. I think about it. I had this dumb shit I did. It was called Ab Circle Pro. I don't know if y'all familiar with this fucking machine, but I was in college and they were like, yeah, $20 a month. $20 a month, make payments for some stupid shit. I swear to God, by the time I paid for that stupid ass machine, I want to say the motherfucker might have been $400. You know, I think of places and things I did, and I threw away money. Not a whole bunch. You know, I don't regret going to the bars and drinking and shit, but I would throw away. The fuck was that? It sounded like an animal fighting. I would throw away in a weekend $300-400 a weekend. You know how much that is a month just drinking? And we're not talking about, food and parking and valet. We talking about that and entrance fees. I threw away a lot of money. I didn't wreck myself. I wasn't reckless because I had it. But damn, money could have been better invested. And so I think to answer, I'm giving you a very civil answer. I'm not being funny or trollish or being stupid. To give you an answer, I think people can afford stuff, but they choose not to prioritize it because it's not smart. When it's coming out of your ass and it's coming out of your own sweat and your ingenuity and your own work, you choose ways to reinvest your money. And I can't invest in crab legs. You understand? I'll take that same money, like, and go buy some shit like some equipment rather than have crap. I'd rather have $100 worth of new equipment or something I could actually make more money from than me going and investing in crab legs. I can't invest in that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. Those are luxuries. They're treats at this point. They're not something that can be part of my lifestyle. Because I'm going to suffer later. I will suffer later if I don't prioritize. I know this. I'm old enough to know what it looks like when you don't prioritize and how you wish you had done something. I ain't gonna have no more shoulda, coulda, wouldas. I'm pretty clear on what I should and should not do at this stage. Anyway, I'm gonna tag you, Femi, and I welcome your feedback. These are just my thoughts about why people, who don't have food stamps, make a big deal out of seafood, steaks, and other things. So, anybody who's listening, you can check out my short called May's EBT Wish List. If I had free money, the type of shit that I would probably buy.